Hey, Bill O'Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News, Tuesday, September 12th, 2023. Stand up for your country. Well, once again, I feel like an oracle. And, you know, it's not that complicated, but when I do predict something and it comes true, I want you to know about it so you'll know why you're investing your time to watch and listen to this program. So last week I told you that September, October into November, autumn, not going to be kind to President Biden. And today, one hammer dropped. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points Memo. The House of Representatives leader, Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, has endorsed an impeachment inquiry. Now, what does that mean? Okay. An impeachment inquiry is simply an investigation into charges of, quote, high crimes and misdemeanors, that's in the Constitution, that might lead to a full-blown impeachment. So it's an investigation, okay? So the Republicans in the House believe that Joe Biden did something impeachable with his son and brother in the financial area. Okay, you all know this. There are 3 committees investigating because the Justice Department will not. Very important. So the FBI is not involved as far as we know. Attorney General Merrick Garland wants no part of it. So it's a partisan investigation. But if the Republicans didn't do it, nobody would. So the 3 committees are House Oversight, House Judiciary, House Ways and Means. There will be a full House vote, McCarthy has suggested, on whether this inquiry should take place. You may remember Nancy Pelosi did not have a vote. She just said, we're going to have an impeachment of Donald Trump, and it happened twice. Because back then, the Democrats controlled the House. Now, the Republicans have 10 more seats than the Democrats, so they control the House. But Pelosi didn't put it up to a vote. She just said, we're doing it. McCarthy a little shrewder than that. He's going to have the House vote on whether this inquiry should move forward. And I can't imagine one Republican in the House of Representatives not voting for that. No Democrats will. I don't believe one Democrat will, because the Democratic Party does not care what Joe Biden did as vice president or even as president. They don't care. They want to retain power. Okay. So here's what Kevin McCarthy said today. Go.
Through our investigations, we have found that President Biden did lie to the American people about his own knowledge of his family's foreign business dealings. Eyewitnesses have testified that the president joined on multiple phone calls and had multiple interactions. Dinners resulted in cars and millions of dollars into his son's and his son's business partners. We know that bank records show that nearly $20 million in payments were directed to the Biden family members and associates through various shell companies. That's why today I am directing our House committee to open a formal impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. This logical next step will give our committees the full power to gather all the facts and answers for the American public.
Now, the key there is full power, because in an impeachment inquiry, the House then has subpoena power and a lot of other things it does not have now. So in our history, there have been 4 presidents subjected to this. Andrew Johnson, the guy after Abraham Lincoln, he escaped being convicted by 1 vote. Richard Nixon, he resigned. Bill Clinton beat impeachment, and Donald Trump beat it twice. That's it. So no mention of Joe Biden's border situation where he has ignored immigration law. And I have mixed feelings about that. I don't know what the House committees have on Biden actually getting gratuities from his family. The grift is apparent. All right, he did it. He enabled his family to make between $20 and $30 million from foreign countries. Make to get. Get is a better word. Because they didn't do anything for the money. But whether Biden himself got gratuities, got direct financial assistance somehow, that has not been proven. Okay, so, and that's a smoking gun. I hate to use a cliche, but there it is. And to speculate about it, it's a waste of your time and my time. So, in face of this, Joe Biden now is on the defensive, obviously. Okay? So the media will downplay it if you watch cable news, and I don't know why you ever would. Two of the cable networks will diminish this is foolish, this is this, this is that, and one will say he's guilty, guilty, guilty. Actually, if you count Newsmax, it'll be two. So it's kind of divided equally, but not really. Anyway, and then the print press, New York Times, Washington Post, LA Times, USA Today, all of that, oh no, oh no, oh no. Protect Biden, protect Biden, protect Biden. So I don't know why you want to drive yourself crazy watching either or. We'll tell you the truth here. Now, the pros for the Republicans are two, okay? It will get more facts on the table about then Vice President Biden's behavior. It will, because they'll be able to subpoena bank records. They'll be able to bring people in to testify under oath. And this will go on for a while. And because it'll go on for a while, it then takes some of the heat off the Trump prosecutions. Now, you'll see tonight on television, even on the network news, they'll veer away from this Biden stuff into Trump almost immediately. Trump, 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 Trump. We've been seeing that for what? Now, 2.5 years, that's what they'll do it again. But it does take the Biden stuff some of the heat off Trump. Okay, that's the pros. The cons are it might make Joe Biden appear to be a victim. Just as Donald Trump's poll numbers have gone up when the Justice Department and the two locals, New York and Atlanta, have gone after him, this might do the same for Biden. Because independent Americans are going, okay, what do you got? And if you don't have it, that he took a gratuity, then they might feel sorry for, and Biden's numbers might go up. It's very possible. So those are the pros and the cons. Summing this up, it has to be done. It has to be done for the betterment of the Republic. You can't have all of this money. Okay, $30 million is a lot of money. You just can't have it pouring into the family of a vice president and not know everything about it. You just cannot. The Democratic Party should be ashamed of itself because they don't care. If you have that level of influence peddling and you don't care, you don't love your country. You love yourself and your party and your ideology, but you do not love your country. If this were a Republican, I'd want to know every single grift, everything about it. Because I'm a historian, and there have been some corrupt presidents. But this is big. When you look back at history, this is big. That kind of money, 30 million, because that's what I think the number is going to come in to be in the end. And you count up the cars, the this, the that, the perks. And Biden knew. He knew. He had to know. And that's a memo. All right, he got back, the president did, at 12:35 Eastern Time this morning, Tuesday morning. So he didn't have anything today. He's taking a nap. I take a nap too. It's a long trip back from Vietnam, even though he stopped in Alaska. And of course, when he stopped in Alaska, he made remarks about 9/11, which were dubious. Roll the tape.
Each of those precious lives stolen too soon when evil attacked. Ground Zero in New York. And I remember standing there the next day and looking at the building. I felt like I was looking through the gates of hell. It looked so devastating because from where you could stand.
Okay, I remember being there the next day looking at the building, but he wasn't there the next day. He wasn't in New York City on September 12th. Okay, so he doesn't know what he's talking about. Literally does not know what he's saying. Words come out of his mouth, but he doesn't know. So we traced it, and the earliest we can find that then Senator Joe Biden came to New York City was on the 20th of September, 9 days after the attack. We can't find any record. C-SPAN did an investigation. New York One did an investigation. So Biden, again, isn't telling the truth. All right? But he doesn't know he's not telling the truth. He didn't go out there and tell his aides, hey, I'm going to lie in the speech about 9/11. He didn't do that. He doesn't know what he's saying. I said on a radio program this morning, how can any American vote for a person who does not know what they are saying? I mean, it's just insane. And I mean that word literally. You have helped support MyPillow and their employees in these very tough economic times. Mike Lindell knows that and continues to give back with deals on his most popular products. And now there's great news. The MyPillow 6-pack bath towel sets are back in stock. Their proprietary technology makes them absorbent, yet still provides that soft feel you want in a towel. The set comes with 2 bath towels, 2 hand towels, and 2 washcloths. For a limited time, get this 6-pack towel set for only $39.99 when you use the promo code BILL. That's a 50% savings. So please go to MyPillow.com or call 800-869-0298. Use promo code BILL to save 50% on the MyPillow 6-pack towel sets. This is just $39.99 for a set. That deal will not last long. Okay, here is the mail. Don Goodwin, Sarasota, Florida. Any thoughts on Chuck Todd and his career? I don't watch NBC, but I'm interested in your opinion because of the great Tim Russert. You know, I usually don't answer questions like this, Don, but I will tonight. So Tim Russert was a legendary journalist, good guy, and drove Meet the Press to its highest esteem ever. I knew Russert very well, was on the program. We had a good relationship. Russert was a liberal, but he wasn't crazy left. So then Chuck Todd took over from Russert. Now, Russert was a liberal, but did not impose his liberalism on his audience. Todd is a liberal, but did. Okay, by leaving stuff out, by skewing his presentation. So I'm glad Todd is gone. I like people who do their job the way it should be done. Okay, Linda, illegal migrants all over this country is by design. All right, you're correct. Wouldn't be happening if Donald Trump were in the Oval Office. Wouldn't. The Remain in Mexico policy would still be in place. So the Democrats win. First day on the job, Joe Biden strips all of that Trump stuff out and opens the border, and here we are. So you're absolutely right. Jan Cubis, concierge member, we hope you'll check that out. It will enhance your life. It's an insurance policy for disasters. When that happens to you, tell me about it. I'll try to give you some guidance. Leftists like Chuck Schumer are not interested in solving problems for Americans. They're interested in power, buying votes, and dismantling America's customs, traditions, exceptionalism, freedoms, and individual liberties. I wouldn't put Schumer in that category. He's not Ocasio-Cortez or Bernie Sanders. All right? But you're right in your first paragraph. It's all about Chuck. Not about the USA, not about Brooklyn, where Chuck's from. About Chuck. Chuck getting more power. Chuck playing the Democratic machine game. Elena, I have a comment on the 9/11 charities because as a member who lived most of my life on Long Island, it hits close to home. You make me feel proud, Bill, that you stepped forward and helped retrieve the monies due to the families of 9/11. I totally understand how difficult it is to get over how George Clooney attacked you verbally, and I also would have a difficulty letting it go. However, you won and can be proud of your accomplishments with regard to the survivors of 9/11. Elena, I really appreciate that note. That's a very, very nice note. And I think it is a character flaw that I don't let it go with Clooney. But every time I see the man, I just, you know what Irish Alzheimer's is, right? The guy forgets everything but the grudges. It's an old joke. But apropos to me, Georgia Christensen, Anaconda, Montana. Why can't the Supreme Court step in to close the border? It does not have any power on policy. The Supreme Court only rules whether laws are constitutional or not. It is not proactive. It does not take any role in formulating policy. Eliza Owens, Forest City, North Carolina. You have been my favorite commentator for years. I'm 72 years old. Your honesty and fairness in reporting, your proven record of looking out for the folks, and your current dismay are among the surest indicators of the sad demise of our cherished nation. Yeah, but it's cycles. Everybody asks me this. It's cycles, okay? Abraham Lincoln was the best president ever. The guy after him, Andrew Johnson, boop, bang. Okay, up, down. I still have confidence that we will remain the country with the most opportunity in the world. I'm going to not give you the name and town of this person because I don't want to embarrass them. The question is, should a 10-year-old be reading Killing the Witches? So Killing the Witches is out in 2 weeks from today. No. The answer is no. Maybe 13 if the urchin is perspicacious, which means beyond his years and wisdom, or her years. But Killing the Witches, scary book. 10-year-olds, no. Now, we had to really describe what happened in Salem. And what happened there is almost beyond belief. But it happened in America. And then the ramifications of that up to the present day is the rest of the book. So we get into the history of the witches. We open in Scotland, an unbelievable scene. Put you on the Mayflower. Puritans come over here. Some of them emigrate to Salem, and then the 20 human beings are executed. I mean, when you read this, every page you're going to go, holy you know what. But it's all true. Unbelievable Halloween book. I mean, you want spooky stuff. And the last part of the book is about the movie The Exorcist and what went on that set. I mean, I'm reading this thing going, whoa. And it's all documented. We document every single thing. So 10-year-olds, no. 13 would be the minimum, and they'd have to be a bright person. You know, I think 15 and up probably. And then some people shouldn't read it at all. If you're a real sensitive person, it's an explicit book. Okay, which is out again September 26th, BillO'Reilly.com. If you become a premium or a concierge member, get the book free. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, all of that, you know the drill. And we have a great Fall Madness bundle, Killing the Legends, Killing the Killers, which we talked about yesterday about 9/11 and how we got those people. Any mug of your choice. The mugs are great, made in America, $42.95, great deal. And then we have, I'll be doing a live show on October 27th, kicking off Halloween weekend, Paramount Theater in Huntington, New York. BillO'Reilly.com, Ticketmaster, right to the theater. It is going to be a very funny but meaningful program. So it's a good time to be on Long Island. Leaves are changing. Go up to see Teddy Roosevelt's house on Sagamore Hill. It's right nearby. You'll have a good time. Do not be virulent. Word of the day, VIRULENT. No. Okay, final thought. I almost got killed the other day. Back in a moment. The chairman of the Fed is promising more pain ahead. Last year's stocks dropped a whopping 20%. 2023 could be worse. You are right to be worried. So call the only precious metal dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. Since I've been a client and spokesperson, the price of gold has appreciated more than 35%. So please call today and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. They have thousands of satisfied customers and have the highest rating in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Please tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $5,000 of free silver on your first order. Please call 866-501-5201. That's 866-501-5201, or text Bill to 65532. Again, that's 866-501-5201, or text Bill to 65532. All right, here's the final thought of the day. So I'm walking down the sidewalk in my town on Long Island, right? And a woman backs out, big SUV, and this close. Talk about sudden disasters. And I jump back. I still have my hockey goalie reflexes. I couldn't believe it. Okay? Number one, she's illegally parked. Number two, I'm on the sidewalk. And so I go, hey, what are you doing? And she got the big screen, you know. You don't even have to turn your head anymore to look back. You look at the screen's got you covered. You didn't even bother doing that. And I said, what are you doing? You know, you always say me. You know what she says? So, God's honest truth. You should have seen my taillights go on. What? So this is a narcissist. Right away, I knew it. So the definition of a narcissist is a person who is extremely self-centered with an exaggerated sense of self-importance. Okay. But here's a better definition of a narcissist. Someone who never admits a mistake under any circumstances. It's all somebody else's fault. So immediately I knew that this woman, mid to late 30s, urchin in the back seat. So I tempered it. I should have seen the taillights. I'm walking on the sidewalk. You're illegally parked. No, I'm the problem. If I had been hit by her and had 2 broken legs in the hospital, it would have been my fault, not hers. No. How many people you know like that? Come on, be honest. How many people do you know who will never admit a mistake? Run. I hope you're not married to one. Thank you for watching and listening on the radio to the No Spin News. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.